guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm really excited to be doing a meal prep video. You guys have been wanting this for ages. So today's Saturday, I thought I'd get stuck into it and I can film and show you guys exactly what I prep, the components that I prep and just like how I do it. It can change from week to week, but I generally do like to do, you know, sources of protein, some things I can throw into salads, and just having everything like pre-chopped or pre-made. It just makes life a lot easier. It makes the week run smoother. The afternoons are so much better, especially with children. Yeah, so Ryan's just at work at the moment, so I'm just gonna get the meal plan sorted for the week. But yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys what we do. And also a lot of the recipes are like Thermomix, but I'll also be showing you guys, like linking you guys to recipes that I used to do before I got the thermo. So this is helpful for everyone, but just so you guys know that as well. So firstly, obviously we have to do grocery shopping. We do this in two parts. So I always do a Woolworths click and collect for things that we need from there. It could be like kids yogurts, I don't know, just stuff from there. Anyways, we do that. We pick that up on the way back because we go to the fruit and veggie markets, and that's where I get our meat, all our veggies and fruit. Doing it in these two different like parts are a lot easier. Don't ask me why I'm sitting on the stairs. I don't know why I'm here, but anyway. So yeah, I like to do it in those two parts because I find that I don't spend as much. And you know, meal planning, it definitely helps budget as well. Also on Fridays, we always do like a leftover pizza. So this is basically when, if we have any veggies left or cold meats, we literally throw it all on a pizza and it just helps get rid of anything we haven't had. So we usually do that on a Friday or a Saturday, and we call it leftovers pizza, and they actually taste delicious as well. All right, so I'm just on the Woolies click and collect so I can set that up for later today. And then over here is where I do all my meal planning and shopping list. So this is in my STEPH'S planners. If you're new here, these are my own brand of planners I created that has literally everything. So yeah, I'm gonna write out the meal plan now, shopping list, and then finish this click and collect. Please ignore my nails. If you guys are new to meal planning, I know it can feel really repetitive. Like, we do tend to eat the same dinners each week, but one big tip that's helped me a lot is recipes. So I will literally Google so many recipes. It's kind of like, you know how people like to watch Netflix? That's kind of like my relaxation, is I like to look up healthy recipes. I don't know if that's sad, but anyway. So I'll quickly show you my recipe book. I've got a free downloadable template for you guys. So this is my recipe book. You would have seen this in some other YouTube videos I've done, so I'm gonna quickly take you through it. So you may have already seen this in another video. So basically I just have tabs and I have every recipe under category. So you've got chicken, red meat, seafood, stir fries, pasta, soups and stews, Mexican, slow cooker, side dishes, and snacks. So it's literally everything. Obviously your category is going to be different for each family, but that's just what we love. We love Mexican, obviously. Yeah, so when you open it, it literally will have the recipe for everything. It really does help, you know, just keep you organized and keep you inspired, and, you know, make each week a bit different. Obviously this is a meal prep video, but for me, I just feel like if you don't meal plan and know exactly what you're gonna make, and yes, my Christmas decorations are still up, we're taking them down today. Anyway, yeah, if you don't like meal plan and know what you're gonna prep, you could end up prepping food you don't even need or that you won't use and stuff like that. So it's always good to be kind of prepared of what you're gonna make first. I also like to plan out my lunches, which I kind of like to use leftovers from dinner the night before. So like, for example, we're gonna have like chicken and sweet potato curry, and then for my lunch the next day is leftover curry. And then the same with the Mexican stuffed capsicum, the leftover beef, I'll have it in a wrap for lunch the next day. Same with the salad, I'll have salmon salad for lunch the next day. It just makes life a lot easier, and it stops any wastage as well. So one thing I want to note about this meal prep video is now I tend to prep components of meals instead of full meals. I used to prep like, you know, lasagna, stir fries, my fried rice, which I'll link below as well, which is great. But I tend to want more like versatile things, and I want to be able to use that stuff I've prepped already. So in terms of, say, like I prep shredded chicken, I can use that in salads, in stir fries, in the kids' lunches, so many things, like on pizzas, in burgers. And because it's already made, like that's the hardest bit done. So I don't tend to prep full meals anymore, just because, you know, with the kids and Ryan and I, we kind of want to have different meals every night, and I want to be able to use those components for my lunches as well. So but I will link some actual meals you can prep as well below. I do like to batch cook sometimes, especially I've got my second surgery coming up in 2 weeks. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link my surgery video below. I want to make sure I've got meals available because I won't be able to cook. So that's when I will make my fried rice and my stir fries and my lasagnas and stuff like that. If you're actually looking for like full meal prep, like a whole meal, I won't be doing that today. I'm going to be doing components because that's just what I like to do.
So far away, baby, let's go far, so far, you and me.
So I've just finished organising meal prep. So today I want to be prepping the chicken, which is shredded chicken, Mexican pulled beef, boiled eggs, the kids' hidden cauliflower mac and cheese, muesli bars, meatballs, and that will give us a huge head start on the week. What have you got?
Flower.
A little flower.
We'll dance all night till the break of dawn. Come on now, let your feelings show. Oh baby, we'll dance all night till the break of dawn. Come on now, let your feelings show. Oh baby.
So here's all the fruit and veggies that we got. I basically washed all of this in the sink with some white vinegar. Got some cauliflower for the kids' mac and cheese that I don't know about. Some vintage cheddar for that as well. I'll show you that a bit later. Some salad mix for me for the week. But yeah, just a mix of everything, which I'm just gonna wash now in the sink. If you guys don't like to see meat, then don't watch this next bit. So these are the meat for the week. If it's meat for like near the end of the week, I will freeze it in the freezer. So I've got salmon, gravy beef, chicken breast, and lean mince meat. I can't speak today, guys. So yeah, this is most of the stuff we're going to be prepping is this, and this. Salmon is just for later on. But I'll be prepping these 3 today. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to meal prep is muesli bars. So these are homemade muesli bars. You would have seen them on my blog before, and I really love them because I use like a family-friendly protein, so the kids and I and Ryan can all share them. If they are for daycare, I will not put nuts in it or anything like that, but they're not taking it to daycare this week, so I'm just going to add all the nuts and everything in there as well. I'll pop the recipe below as well for you guys. So you literally just chuck everything together, pop it in a pan, and then you bake it in the oven. So I'll take you through it now. Alright guys, so for this recipe you're going to need some coconut oil. So I like the coconut oil that's already in liquid form because it's a lot easier. Otherwise you can just heat it up in the microwave. You're going to want some mixed nuts and fruit. So anything that you really have in the house. With this recipe you can really kind of just change it up. I've got some peanuts and walnuts left, which I'll pop in there as well. I'm going to add some chia seeds in there, rice malt syrup, shredded coconut, and then this is the family-friendly protein I use. And this is from Organics. I'll give you guys my discount code below. As I said, I love this because Ryan and I can have it and it's fun for the kids, where a lot of protein powders are not the best for children. So I'll pop that in there as well. So I'll pop the recipe below for you guys and I'll pop it on the screen as well. So I've got my mix of dry ingredients, so there's oats, seeds, mixed nuts, dried fruit, chia seeds, shredded coconut, and then in here's coconut oil, rice malt syrup, and just boiling water. And then I'm going to combine these two together and then flatten it out in a baking tray and then bake it. Alright guys, so the trick with the muesli bars is you want to really make sure your mixture is not too wet. You don't want any like extra liquid running around. If so, add some extra oats. Because this recipe you can kind of change up yourself, you want to make sure that the consistency is right. So you don't want it too dry and you don't want it like too wet. There's like all the extra stuff coming out here. And then what you also really want to do is use baking paper, and then I'm going to put another baking paper on top, and then I'm going to press it down really hard and just like compact the bars. Alright, so while those muesli bars are in the oven, I'm just going to start transferring veggies into their containers. So these are just glass containers, the Decor brand. I find fruit and veg lasts a lot longer in there. And then for my salad mix, so this is rocket and baby spinach. This will be going into the XO Green Saver. I just want to give it a rinse. This has like a carbon filter in it. I'll link it below, but it makes like your salad last so good. So the only things I will pre-chop so they last the week is capsicum. I'll make some carrot sticks up for snacks with like some hummus, and I also find zucchini lasts really well as well. So those are the main ones I'll chop up for the whole week, and they'll be fine. So yeah, definitely put things into containers. It will save your food. Alright, so finished prepping pretty much most of the fruit and veggies. So here we've got chopped up capsicum. That lasts really well in the fridge all week, I find. And then I've chucked some strawberries in one, and then we've got grapes, and then I've made some carrot sticks. The girls and I have this with hummus and stuff like that for snacks. Zucchini, and then this is just some cherry tomatoes and stuff. You can literally throw them into salads, into wraps, into stir fries, anything, and it's already chopped up. So now I'm going to move on to the next things to meal prep. Parsley, you can just put some water in a cup and then pop it in the fridge as well, and that will last a week. Veggies are chopped, the muesli bars are in the oven still. Now I'm going to prep some boiled eggs and just some shredded chicken. Now obviously I'm just going to do this in the Thermomix, but you can, with your chicken, you can grab some chicken breast, put some chicken stock, a lot of liquid in there, making sure the chicken's pretty much covered, some garlic and onion, and then if you just pop it in your slow cooker for 6 to 8 hours, and then when it comes out you shred up the chicken. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is just slow cook it in your oven and then shred it up afterwards. So there's some ways for you to do that if you don't have Thermomix. I used to just use the slow cooker. I always use the slow cooker. Even for like the pulled beef I'm doing now, I'll give you the recipe for that as well. I did the same thing with the slow cooker. Yeah, so I'm going to do that now. So then boiled eggs are sorted for snacks for the week, well, for 3 days. And then the same with the chicken. So my rule of thumb with this type of thing is I allow 3 days worth to stay in the fridge, and anything else will go in the freezer, and that's just obviously to keep us safe. All right, for this, like prepping the chicken and stuff, I've just got like chicken stock. So this is like the homemade chicken stock I make in the Thermomix. It's amazing. So I freeze that. I got some brown onions, some garlic, and that, and then I'll put heaps of liquid in there, and then I'm going to be boiling eggs while the chicken cooks as well. That's why I love the thermo, because it does all these different things at once. But before I had the thermo, I would just literally boil my eggs, put this in the slow cooker for the day, go out, and then come back and shred it up. So while that cooks, I'm just going to give the kitchen a tidy up because it's a bomb. I know I'm going to get asked a lot about like, how do you do this with the kids and stuff. So honestly, that's why we do like to try and take them out in the morning. Normally would have taken them to the gym crèche, and then we normally go to the park and stuff. And then by the time we're back, they're pretty tired. So a bit of screen time, or we'll just hang out with them in the backyard or whatever. Like, it's not really, like, it just depends. And some days I don't get it all done, and some days I might have to do it a little bit the next day. But all I know is like this effort I put in now, it's going to save me so much time this week. So now I'm going to make the meatballs.
Mom, can I have
and these are like a healthier version.
Mom, can I have a strawberry?
Yes, you can have a strawberry, my love.
Oh.
Anyways, and then we're nearly finished. Miss Willow just had a nap. When they wake up and they don't know what's going
I
on.
heard this one.
You're so rude. He hasn't even been in the video and he just comes in with an eggplant. Alright, next thing I'm prepping is some meatballs. So I've got some lean mincemeat. I've got 500 grams. Some quinoa flakes. You can also use some like oats or pretty much anything really. So quinoa flakes, and then I've got some mixed herbs, some parsley, and then an egg. So I'm just going to roll this now, and then I'm just going to keep some in the fridge, and then I'm going to freeze the rest because we have meatballs near the end of the week. So that will just keep it a bit fresher. Alright, muesli bars are done. I just wrap them in a bit of baking paper because they can be a little bit sticky with the kids. So chuck them in a container, ready to go in the fridge. These are so good. I love them. They're delicious. So this one's all done, the shredded chicken. So with this, I literally use this in everything. I use it in wraps, on pizzas, in the kids' food, in stir fries, on sandwiches, everything. And I love it because it's made like at home. And then your boiled eggs, I will literally use this as a snack. I'll like chop it up, put it on some corn thins with some tomato or some avocado. There's so many options you can do this for breakfast. Ryan and I go through, we do like this maybe another time during the week, so we eat a lot of eggs. But yeah, they're really good, they're really healthy for you, and like a really high source of protein as well. So these two are done, so now I can quickly clean this out, put this into a container, and start on the beef. This Mexican pulled beef I'm making, I used to make have my own recipe for my slow cooker. I'm trying to figure out how I can make it for my Thermomix. So basically, the recipe I'm doing now is a mix of the Skinny Mix's pulled beef and then kind of like the method that's in the Thermomix. But anyway, I'm going to link them both down below for you guys, and also link you my Mexican pulled beef recipe for those at home. You can do it in your slow cooker or in your oven. You basically need like onion, garlic, some Mexican spices. You can use taco seasoning, which is super easy. Tomato paste, chopped like diced tomatoes, you chuck steak, and then you just like literally pop it in with some stock. Make sure there's enough liquid covering it, and then you cook it for 6 to 8 hours, and then you just like literally get 2 forks and like shred it up, and it's delicious. But yeah, I'll link all that below for you guys, and I'm just gonna quickly make this now, and then I've just got one more thing to do and I'm done. Mr. Pace is getting into my meatballs. So they're all, oh my god.
That didn't sound too good.
Alright guys, so all the protein's done. So we got meatballs, we got boiled eggs, we got pulled Mexican pork, and we got the shredded chicken. So these are gonna go towards lunches, dinners, lots of different things. I wanna freeze one portion of the meatballs. And yeah, that's gonna keep me on top of everything for the week ahead, which is really good. Alright, lucky last is the kids' batch cooking. So I like to do this recipe pretty often, and then I'll freeze some. These are just for the nights if, you know, Ryan and I want something easy that the kids don't like, and I can just pop this, like take this out of the freezer, and it's all sorted. And they'll obviously have this for dinner tonight as well. So this is the kids' hidden cauliflower mac and cheese. So it's cauliflower, macaroni pasta, you got vintage cheddar, butter, oil. I think there's some garlic in there as well. I'll link the recipe below. This is the Thermomix recipe, and I'll also link you guys a non-Thermomix recipe for this as well. So anyone can make this at home and then pop it into containers, put it in the fridge or put it in the freezer as well. And it is life-changing because they don't know that this is in there. So this is all done. I just got to mix the pasta through with the cheesy cauliflower sauce. It's actually so good. I love eating this too. You can also top it with breadcrumbs and put it in the oven, but I skipped that step because I just like to have it like the kids like to have it like this, so that's fine. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As I mentioned, meal prep can be different for everyone depending on your lifestyle, your family and stuff like that, but I hope this kind of gave you a bit of inspiration and just showed you guys what I do. I also usually do prep my overnight oats, and I also do like usually sweet potato, but I didn't want this video to go for like 45 minutes, so I didn't put that in. But you know, that's pretty self-explanatory. I throw some diced up sweet potato in the oven, or I leave it just diced up ready to go, and then I usually roast some chickpeas as well, pop that in a jar, and that's for salads as well. Anyways guys, I'll see you next week. Please comment below if you have any questions or what else you would like to see more of this year as well. Bye.